With LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous...
I putting all the pressure on me.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Anderson. Offline with his 3. The Lakers trail.
Before getting dinged up, Ryan Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. LeBron against Davis. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by James. Okafor grabs the miss. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
Here's the 3. Lewis grabs the board. Lewis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. To the wing on the left. Caldwell Pope dishes to LeBron. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Cole kicks to Anderson. Pass to Cole. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by LeBron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Lewis misses. For New Orleans, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And it's Okafor off the drive. A 3 from Anderson. Good. Anderson's got 5 now.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they thought through the game was fantastic.
And, Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for positives moving forward.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for the Cobra. New Orleans also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Okafor. Pondexter comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Holiday in for Cole. Holiday, the pass to Davis. The kick out to Holiday, and stolen by LeBron. Fast break, here they come. Here's Bass, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam. Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes. And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Stevenson, and Davis sends it back. Now the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Misses off the left iron. The Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. It's LeBron with the drive. Kicks it out to Stevenson. Another miss by Stevenson. Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up.
Well, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And here is James. He's got 8. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Davis gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. That's 7 points for Anthony Davis. That's tipped. Ball going up court. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Second shot opportunity. Kicks it to Holiday. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one. Fundamentals. He's got 13 points and a steal. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
And he would have stood out just on the strength of the defense. But how about offensively? He's been clicking there as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Cunningham, he's checked in for Robert Sacre. Johnson comes in for James. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Lance Stevenson. Here's Clarkson. Gets to the corner and buries it. Pelicans leading by 5. And there's the feed to Perkins. They set the pick. Passes to Mr. Fundamentals. Back to Perkins. New Orleans moving it around. Excellent use of the screen that time. Gordon's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pelicans.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Johnson attacking. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Go. And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
Tarek Black, he's checked in for Brandon Bass. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Perkins. Anderson comes in for Alexis Ajinça. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, and if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I'd put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
Cole dishes to Pondexter. Feeds it to Cole. Black grabs the board.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
And I like the job the defense did to not let him have it. I mean, make him earn it at the line. Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Lakers trail by 4. Rondo with a clean look. Los Angeles with another miss. Gordon with no one around. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Gordon's got his second bucket tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Rondo with it, and it's Gordon picking him up, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Lewis is checked in. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Lewis. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
6 to shoot. Here's Cole. Black grabs the board. Black's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And that one is hammered home.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Pondexter kicks to Cole. He dishes it to Pondexter. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Lewis. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Outside Lewis, no good.
That's not the best of shot selection there.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The Pelicans on top, up by 4.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
In the event an emergency evacuation of Staples Center becomes necessary, please walk calmly out and away.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Well, a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. Their largest